Dear all, I would like to welcome everyone in the country to this session and hear me about talking me about SIH 2020. Friends, as you all know that we have entered into the fourth edition of Smart India Hackathon, the biggest ever extravaganza, the event, the initiative which everyone in the country and students urgently aspire for. Every year we are scaling new heights. As you all know, in the first event, we attracted 40,000 students, then 70,000 in second edition, the registrations I'm talking about. And in the third edition, that is last year, we have seen total registrations close to 3 lakh plus students. This year, we have already decided that the colleges at their level, they will conduct hackathons. So the traction in turn multiplies. It becomes much more, and students at every level in the college, they should be versed that what is hackathon, how it is to be done, how we are supposed to proceed regarding the hackathons, and how we should move ahead. And I'm sure by the time you are hearing me, a lot of colleges, they have conducted their own hackathons. They are already into the phase. Few of them, they must be waiting because of their examination schedules and students joining in after holidays. So I would like to wish everyone out there in the country, all the very best to come up to the level, participate, and once again show to the world that yes, this is really indeed a world's biggest open innovation model. Friends, as you all know, that in this edition, that is the fourth edition, SIH 2020, we have attracted somewhere around 71 entities, which includes central ministries, state governments, and even private companies. And out of them, we received a lot of problem statements, which ultimately we curated, we shortlisted, and then we have uploaded somewhere around 353 problems, which includes both, that is hardware problem statements and the software problem statements as well. The ministries, the entities which we have attracted and which have joined hands with us, they are the ones which many of you, the students I'm talking about, must be aspiring for. Maybe to join later on, maybe to see, maybe to interact, that what kind of problems or the solutions those entities are looking for, and what kind of aspirations the student they have, which would in turn would like to join them. We have central agencies like Bureau of Police Research and Development. In a way, they have come on board as a partner. Then we have other partner entities like Airports Authority of India. We have DRDO, National Crime Records Bureau. We have Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. We have Ministry of Women and Child Development. We have Ministry of Health and Family Affairs. We have Department of Science and Scientific and Industrial Research. Ministry of Rural Development, to name a few. And also we have received response from state governments, like we have states participation from Uttarakhand, Goa, Andhra Pradesh, to name a few. And then we have multinational industries like GE Healthcare, Cisco, Amazon, Gale, Mixorg, etc. Now these all have submitted their problem statements across the country, can participate and provide them some legit solutions. Also, another one of the prominent partner is ISRO. Like every year, ISRO again has come up with 30 plus problem statements. All problem statements are really very interesting problem statements, which we have decided to throw in front of you so that you guys can tighten up your belts, can work along, and provide the solutions. So, like Police Bureau, they want students to offer automated digital solution for identification of suspects involved in illegal behavior based on their gestures, maybe based on their online behavior, some other motions, something like that. And as part of Beti Padhao Beti Bachao initiative, Ministry of Women and Child Development wants students to develop innovative mobile games to help increase awareness regarding rights for women and children. Another interesting problem is effective tools for detecting and monitoring of child predators on social media. Friends, this is these problems are just a snippet or just an overview of what is happening. And just not to forget, another very important problem statement is from Ministry of Water Resources again. What they want is some data analytics tool for groundwater management. Then we do have some waste management problem statements as well at our disposal. To the student community out there, it is my humble request, please come out with solutions that our industry, that our ministries, that our government as a whole need, so as to provide the solutions from the students that really has the capability to change the landscape all over. I request you all to gear up, prepare, give your best again to come up with the solutions. Now, to walk through and the difference what we have in this year hackathon. So, as always, like past edition, what we observed. So, we are moving in with two editions, that is the software edition and the hardware edition. So this year's software edition is going to happen on April 4th and April 5th, 2020. And then hardware edition is planned sometime in July, mid-July, and which we will be releasing the dates soon. So we have shortlisted somewhere around 11 themes, out of which we have generally categorized our problem statements. To go through, I am reading out those 11 themes broadly, and then they range from agriculture and rural development, then clean water, robotics and drones, healthcare and biomedical devices, renewable energy, security and surveillance. Then we do have smart communication, we have smart vehicles, waste management, food processing, and miscellaneous. We do have a student innovation category as well, friends. Just like every year, we invite problem statements, solution for solutions under student innovation categories, where students across the country, they propose solution to the problem statements which are not listed, and but they still believe that their solution is novel, and it has all the capabilities to solve the ongoing problem which everybody in the country is facing. So again, as a matter of fact, like we did last year, the team composition, it remains same, that is 6 individuals with 1 female mandatory, along with 2 mentors for every problem statement. And I would also like to highlight here, like I said in the beginning, that we are going this year with internal hackathons, which many of you must have already done or must be in process of conducting those hackathons. By this exercise, our primary goal is that every student, every higher ed student in the country They get acquainted with what is a hackathon, what kind of pressure building we face during those 36 hours, and what is expected from them. Primarily, they also learn different facets from the students who come from different location in the grand finale once they are through. So in the internal hackathon, they would be competing among themselves with their peers, the team from the institution. They would be working together, coming up or gearing up for providing a solution. So there are few things, and my talk, I believe, will answer few of the queries as well, which many of the people across the country are asking time and again, and I believe I thought to cover them directly and indirectly during my talk. And if still something persists, you guys can free freely email us or shoot us a message, and I'm sure the support team will come back with the response as soon as possible. So, as highlighted, every college is going to conduct their internal hackathon. We have SPOC's concept, that is single point of contact. The person who is primarily responsible to conduct the hackathon in the college. The problem statement we already have on board. They are free to take the student teams, they can take the problem statements from our portal, and then they can let their SPOC know that the team they have formed is going to work on that particular problem statement. And subsequently, once the hackathon is done, at this time the all the job what we were doing at our end till last year, I believe we have made SPOCs our ambassadors, our champions, who are indeed going to help us in a big way by managing these hackathons, internal hackathons at their end. So SPOC, all the SPOCs, my request is please be very diligent. There should not be any biasing. It should be run in a very fair manner. And what is required from your end, once the winning teams are there, so you have to give us 5 teams for software, 2 teams for hardware, with 2 teams as in waitlisted for each one of them. I repeat, 5 teams for software plus 2 waitlisted teams for software. In a similar manner, 2 teams for hardware plus 2 waitlisted teams for hardware. So if you look around, the total number shoots up to be 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 11 in total. And in case you decide to provide any entry or put in any entry for student innovation category, then you have to minus 1 team either from software or from hardware. So then it will become like if you decide to have one student innovation entry and only one is allowed, one student innovation entry. So software, it becomes 4 plus 2 waitlisted. Hardware, it becomes 2 and 2 waitlisted. You can either way can minus from hardware as well. Then it will be 5 plus 2, then 1 in hardware plus 2. So it depends what kind of student innovation category your solution is. If it is of software in nature, it has to go through in software category. If it is of hardware in nature, it has to go through hardware. So by hardware, I mean, I'm sure many of you are already aware of, like which includes sensors, firmware, enablers, board, and all those kind of things. If it is involved, then it is of hardware nature. And if it is of pure play programming in nature, it will fall in the software category. So this is like how you are going to provide us the shortlisted teams. Also, the link is enabled. You have to, SPOCs primarily I'm talking about, you have to log in. You have to provide all the details, that is the photographs of the hackathon which you guys have conducted, winning team details, whatsoever you have, that it's there on the form on online. Once you go through sih.gov.in, then a small video of the hackathon which you have conducted, detail of jury members. Now this is very important. You have to provide the detail of jury members, as in their name, their affiliation, their email IDs, their contact numbers, that how and who all were the jury members, those who have selected the team member, the top teams. And there is a remark section whereby you have to provide us any information whatsoever you believe, anything extra which you guys have did, any special measure which you guys have taken, so that we can also learn from you, from your experiences. Another thing which I came across, or rather come across quite often, a question which keeps coming in about SPOC's registration. So there is one thing for sure, that we have implemented new consent form for all the SPOCs. There is a change in consent form for 2020 edition. So whether a fellow is a old SPOC or a new SPOC, in either case, new consent form has to be uploaded. Now going to the portal, if you are an old SPOC which want to continue this year as well from your institution, so just log in, try to log in, put in your credentials which you had earlier and the details. And in case if you are not able to, just shoot an email to the support desk that I'm trying to log in, I'm an old SPOC and my credentials are not working. So I believe new credentials will be offloaded to you. And if you are a new SPOC altogether, that is the single point of contact for an institution where we have the old SPOC existing, nothing to worry. You click on register, click on as in the new SPOC, provide your college and institution details, log in, and provide the consent letter. So that's what I said, what I mentioned before. You have to provide the consent letter from head of the institution so as to act as SPOC this year, whether old, whether new, because format is changed. So once you have done that, you will be verified immediately by our team. And a reminder for the date, last date is 10th of February to upload all the internal hackathon details. So prima facie, that becomes the last date of conducting the hackathon as well, internal hackathon. Request to everyone, SPOCs, please get yourself registered beforehand so that in case there is any issue, it can be ironed out in time, and we should spare ourselves at the last stage jitters, that if you are not able to register or if you are not able to get the process done even after conducting a successful hackathon. I'm sure nobody would like to have that, or would like to get their effort in drains, and a lot of dreams which you guys have supported should not be wasted after all. So now coming back to the dates, I believe I just highlighted 10th of February, and we are looking at 4th and 5th April for the grand finale. After 10th of April, the details whichsoever has been submitted to us, we are going to get them vetted. We are going to get the ideas evaluated. So on that page itself, where SPOC is going to upload the team details, the winning team data and everything, there only idea uploading is highlighted. So all the ideas whichsoever the successful team has proposed and they have been shortlisted by the SPOC must be uploaded then and there. So it's like a wizard. Once you enter, once you log in, it's not like that every entry you have to put in at a one go. You can enter, maybe wait, may save. But my suggestion is that everything should be completed much before time so as to avoid the last minute rush and unnecessary chaos. Team composition, once again I'm repeating, it's 6 individuals, one female mandatory, then we have two mentors, and that's how. Again, in a in a university, like we have different institutions. One is pharma, one is engineering school, one is social sciences, and students, they believe they can combine together and form a team and then can compete. They're more than welcome. So interdisciplinary teams, we are totally encouraging. They can come on board. They are encouraged, and they must provide the solutions in a different domains whatsoever available, or the theme areas what we have. They should come over. So I believe, friends, majority of the things I have covered, starting from the internal hackathon process, which is ongoing, SPOC's registration, new SPOC, old SPOCs whatsoever, and then again the team registrations, the teams, how are they going? That is the responsibility of SPOC internally. Again, I am telling SPOCs, please be very, very diligent in conducting the hackathons. This is a real pride for our country that no model like this exists anywhere in the world. And we are working on something. We are working for aspiring the dreams of youth of our country. So we should be very, very diligent. We should encourage the talent, the effort of the students who has been judged by the campus. All the details should be aptly filled. Nothing should be missed, like their email IDs, even their phone numbers. They might be getting the OTPs for further registrations and everything. So, utmost care must be ensured. We face a lot of problem, like if a digit is misplaced, if a digit is erroneously typed in the phone number or in the email ID, if some character is missing or erroneously typed, then it's real difficult for us to trace the student. So be very, very diligent in providing all the details, the photographs whatsoever of the hackathon, the video link which is there, jury details, so that we can also contact those jury members, also can ask them to join us for main grand finale jury sessions. And I believe once this is done and you are successful in submitting the team details, then our onus will start, and we have to work in day out at our end with a lot of support from volunteers, from the participating agencies like ministries and everybody, so as to get the team shortlisted for grand finale and make it happen at the national level. So friends, thank you so much for listening me. Once again, I would like to wish everyone all the very best, to the students, to the mentors, to the teachers, to SPOCs, and the institutions across the country. Those who have done it, congratulations. Those who are in the process of doing it, all the very best. Let's make it happen. Let's work together to change the landscape in our country.